What's going on, guys? This is Durell with your Motivational Moment. Today I'm going to talk about building after a loss. So everybody, as you live, grow, and breathe, you're going to take an L, as they say, right? In these streets, you're going to take an L. So building after that is important. How long you stay down after a loss also is important. The thing is, after you lose, after you feel like you lost, figure out why you did it. And it may not necessarily be a fall, it may be a stumble. And that's something that I learned from my mentors. Like, don't look at where you failed, look at where you got tripped up. So yeah, I fell over here, but what tripped me up to start the stumble was over here when I wasn't prepared to do X, Y, Z. Or when they asked me a question about this and I was scrambling trying to get them an answer and trying to do this and I lost sight of what the main goal was because I was trying to answer this question or appease to these people or whatever. Whatever it is, what tripped you up? That's what you need to look at first and foremost before you get into like trying to have this miraculous comeback season. The revenge tour is here. We don't need none of that. You need to figure out what made you stumble and don't let it happen again. And how you rebuild is important. My thing is, I take everything personal to a degree. So a long time ago, right? I wanted to speak at some event or whatever it was. And I was young. I was in my early 20s. And I wasn't able to speak at this event because I didn't have a bachelor's degree. And I took that personal. I took that very personal. It's like, I don't think that me having a bachelor's degree should stop me from speaking because of who I'm speaking to. They also don't have bachelors. They don't. But I guess the optics they were looking for, they wanted the speaker to have certain accolades, what have you. But I took that very personal, and it wasn't meant to be malicious or mean or to make me feel like I'm less than because I didn't have a degree at the time and whatever. It wasn't meant that way. They had a certain set of criteria, certain rules or whatever, just like a job. You need to have these accolades and this criteria to apply for this job. In order to speak at this event, I needed to have this type of accolades. Okay, and I didn't. But I personally felt like I could go in and really be impactful, be beneficial, and really empower the crowd that I was going to be speaking to. The committee didn't feel that way. I took that personal. So my bounce back from that, I took it personal. And I was very adamant about making sure I was strategic in the classes I was taking. I was adamant about making sure I was finishing. And I'm on the road to getting my bachelor's now. And it's just like it's something that always plays in the back of my mind that I need to finish. So now you can't deny me of certain windows because of XYZ, right? Something else I heard was like, Durell, you're a very energetic speaker, but you're uneducated. Now, I know for sure that was a lie. But I took that personal. So then I began to read books. I began to read the dictionary. I began to look at other speakers and see how they did certain things and how they articulated stuff and how they presented and how they gave information and things like that, because I didn't want to come off as someone that was on 10 all the time, but didn't feel like I knew what I was talking about. So that phrase stuck with me for a long time, and it still kind of plays in the back of my mind whenever I have my down days. I revisit that. That's the David Goggins cookie jar, right? So if y'all don't know what that is, go YouTube that and he'll explain that. It's very colorful language, so just be mindful of that. But yeah, so the bounce back that you're getting ready to have, make it personal. Be mindful of how long you stay down there, because while you're down there, you need to realize what put you there and how not to get there again. If that's the people you hanging around, if that's the decisions you making, if that's how you're eating, how you not sleeping, or how much you sleeping, whatever it is, figure out what got you down and don't do that again. Do your best to not do it again. That's the key. You want to do your best to not do that. But you're going to have stumbles and slip ups and failures in life again, because that comes with the territory of life. But you can't stay down there forever, right? And you can't, don't build a pity party. No one wants to come to those. We come to celebrations, not pity parties. Those are in very low attendance, and as they should be. Pity parties should have maybe one or two people there, and one of them two people need to be giving you real advice. Hey, okay, you've been down here long enough. Time to get up and get the job done. There are people who can't move forward because you have not presented your gift yet. So somebody waiting on you to say something, and you sitting there throwing a pity party for yourself. You holding up the line. Get it together. If saying all that to say, get it together, right? Put that in the chat. Get it together, right? So this is Durell with your motivation. The moment as always, act in love and always do the right thing because it needs to be done. I see y'all in a minute.